Welcome to volume 25 of Nintendo Switch games that I definitely believe you should buy before they become rare and expensive. One of the games on today's list has recently become one of my favorite games, which I'm incredibly stoked to talk about. So without further ado, feel free to sit back, relax, and let's dive into it. The first game on today's list is going to be Elderand. This game is a Lovecraftian-inspired retro-style action RPG game with a basic plot that involves a nameless mercenary who must save an ancient land from a mysterious entity called Sethris. One day a storm washes the mercenary ashore in the world of Elderand. The mercenary is tasked with eliminating the evil created by Sethris, also known as the Tyrant of the Sands. The mercenary must fight deadly creatures, find hidden passages, and collect loot to uncover the land's darkest mysteries. The mercenary can customize their character's appearance, skills, stats, and weapons to suit their playstyle. This is an awesome platform game. If you're a fan of the genre, you definitely have to add this one to your list. The main thing I like about it too is that it's pretty simple, so you don't have too much stuff going on. It really focuses on the gameplay. Like, it's simple, yet aesthetic at the same time. The graphics and combat is very fluid, and the buttons are very responsive as well. The music is a little bit basic, but it's more so atmospheric, which I really do enjoy. Another cool feature this game has is that you can actually customize your character and their appearance, which you don't see too often in platform games. So yeah, if you like RPG style platform games, you're definitely gonna love this one. I highly recommend adding it to your list. And game number 2 is gonna be Untitled Goose Game. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat, this game is absolutely bonkers. Untitled Goose Game is a slapstick stealth sandbox where you play as a goose let loose on an unsuspecting village. You make your way around town from people's back gardens to the high street shops to the village green, setting up pranks, stealing hats, honking a lot, and generally ruining everyone's day. If you're looking for a fun, relaxing game that'll make you laugh hysterically, this is the game for you. I've never laughed so much and had so much fun terrorizing people and ruining their entire days playing as a goose before. This is just an absolute unique experience, and I believe everybody's gonna enjoy this one. Most times in video games, you're gonna be going around trying to save people and do good in the world. Well, in this game, it's the complete opposite, which I love because it kind of shakes things up, and it makes it really fun. Like, this game is hilarious, you're definitely gonna laugh. It's awesome. There's no exact plot to this game, but there's definitely end goals, and you gotta find certain keys to unlock certain gates, and you gotta be stealth about it. If you're into fun indie games with a lighthearted, fun atmosphere and incredibly hilarious, this game is the one for you. Another great one that I highly recommend adding to your list. And coming in at number 3 is gonna be Colony Trilogy, which I have the special edition for as well. Let me grab that, 1 second. Boom, there's a special edition. I got this from playasia.com. And yeah, it's really cool. If you're into horror adventure platform games with waifus, this one's definitely for you. After a mad scientist experiments with all kinds of DNA, a deadly virus infects his staff and turns them into bloodthirsty zombies. Maria, who's a researcher, is trapped in the turmoil who desperately searches for her daughter before it's too late. The secrets she finds during her escape from the colony will make her fight a stronger enemy than the wicked virus, despair. So yeah, like I was saying, if you're into 2D horror games, you're definitely gonna love this one. This kind of reminds me of an old school Resident Evil game, but in a platform style. And I will say, the gameplay is extremely smooth. And the sound effects are really good too. Like when you're swinging around your knife or shooting a gun or stabbing a zombie, it sounds very realistic, which makes the whole experience even more immersive. And this game can definitely get pretty creepy at times, because when zombies sneak up on you, it's when you're least expecting it. So the jump scares are very well placed, and it really hypes up the anticipation. As for the music, it's more so drone ambient environments, atmospheric, but I really enjoy that. If you're into horror adventure platform games, I definitely recommend this game. You are gonna love it. Game number 4 is gonna be Baten Kaitos. This is an absolutely amazing jrpg that I believe a lot of people might have overlooked. A long time ago, there was a great conflict between the evil god and the people. After a fierce battle, the people have managed to seal off the evil god. But what was left behind was a desolate land. The people thus chose to abandon the land and live in the sky. Such fairy tales were passed down as legends, At this time, people had wings called Wings of the Heart and lived a peaceful life. It was an era of long-lasting tranquility, but the collapse had quietly begun. So like I was saying, this is an absolutely amazing JRPG. The graphics, the music, the characters, all the different environments you travel to, it's a 10 out of 10 game in my opinion. This is a JRPG lover's comfort food. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy IX in a sense. And one thing that's actually pretty interesting about this game is that it has a card-based battle system. But if you can't get it down or if it's too hard, you can turn on auto battle, which does the battling for you. Yeah, this game is great. I highly recommend adding this one to your list. If you're a fan of JRPGs, you're definitely gonna love it. And last but not least is the game that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, which I'm incredibly stoked to talk about, and that is Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. So one of my online buddies, his name is 90s Handheld Gamer. He's pretty much the advocate for this game at this point in my opinion, and his review on this game actually inspired me to finally start playing this one. I'm slowly but surely tackling my backlog, but I had to put a pause on that so I could try this one out, and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below to his channel so you can go check it out. He has tons of great reviews, super cool dude. I'm sure you'll love his content. And one thing that I should note as well is that I never played the original Shin Megami Tensei. Even though I love Atlas, don't get me wrong, but this is just one game that I've not gotten to yet. It's been on my list for a while, but it just so happens that when I was ready to start playing it, Vengeance came out. So this is actually my first ever Shin Megami Tensei experience. In this game there's two different routes, which is a new route called the Canon of Vengeance, a dramatic tale of vengeance by the fallen, centered around new characters, who plot their own dark design apart from the war of those who fight to maintain order and those who seek to defy it. You can also explore the original story of Shin Megami Tensei, which is the canon of creation, an eternal conflict between angels and demons in which the protagonist fights for the world's fate. I've only put about a few hours into this game, but I can definitely say that this is an amazing experience and I'm so stoked to finally start this game. The music is great, the graphics, the gameplay, the characters, it's definitely very similar to the Persona series, but with an even more darker twist. If you're into JRPGs, especially ones done by Atlas, this is definitely one you have to add to your list. Now, will this game become rare? I'm not too sure, but it's definitely worth mentioning. And I feel like when games have a remaster of some sort, those games tend to become more rare than the original. For example, Neo: The World Ends With You, the final mix is a bit more hard to find than the original version. So yeah, this is definitely one worth checking out, especially if you're into Atlas games. This is another absolute banger that I know you're gonna enjoy. So I know I said that was the last game, but I have one more game on this list that I would like to talk about, and that is gonna be Atelier Ryza 3. This is more so of an honorable mention, because I haven't talked about this game yet on the channel, at least the Switch version. So those that know me know that the Atelier series is one of my favorite JRPG series of all time. So the story in this game begins when a group of islands start to appear around Ryza's hometown. Seeing this as a threat to their home, Ryza and her friends investigate the isles and discover ruins with a huge gate. Just as Ryza approaches the gate, a strange voice echoes in her head, telling her to reach to the code of the universe. In hopes of finding a way to save their home, Ryza and her friends set off on a great adventure that revolves around a key and the roots of alchemy. This, in my opinion, is one of the most grand adventures you will ever go on in any JRPG. It's definitely recommended to play Ryza 1 and 2 first, just so you're more acquainted with the characters, but this game does follow a whole new story. And I will say, this game is incredibly massive. There's so many different maps and worlds to travel to. I want to say it's like Atelier Ryza 2 times 4. It feels like you're playing an MMORPG. It is awesome. The music, the graphics, the characters, everything about this game, in my opinion, is a 10 out of 10. Apparently this is going to be the very last Ryza game, which I'm pretty sad about, but I will say, they went out with a bang on this game. What the future holds with this series, I'm really excited to see, because at this point, it seems like the sky's the limit, and I cannot wait to see what's next for the Atelier games. Alright, well there you have it. There's some more Nintendo Switch games that I definitely recommend checking out before they become rare and expensive. If there's other games you guys recommend that I check out as well, please let me know in the comments below. I'm into anything and everything the Nintendo Switch has to offer. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe. With that being said, hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Happy gaming, and God bless. Peace.